to my office. Hi friends, welcome back to another video. This week's video is, I don't know what it is yet. I know we're doing fall things, we're doing archive things, we're doing reading. Reading's a big focus for this video, but we're kicking off the video with some work bits because I am helping out for a dinner event that is happening tonight at my part-time archives job. So I've been here all afternoon kind of prepping with event stuff like setting up tables. I have a little archive display table where I'm just going to be kind of showing recent projects that we've processed and some of the records and materials just to kind of highlight that, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But it's been pretty chaotic and everything's coming together really well. I'm excited to kind of show you guys the final like dinner area we've set up. We have a new museum gallery exhibits and I'll show you guys all that fun stuff. But yeah, let me go show you the archives table display I've put together and some other bits around the Historical Society. These are some postcards as part of a large postcard collection that came in, and we're just displaying some so people can look at them. They're allowed to touch, and some of them have things written on the back, which is my favorite thing about postcards. If you guys didn't know, my first like official archives internship was at another historical society, and I worked on organizing and scanning postcards and created a Tumblr blog to show them on, which was really fun. So I love postcards. So yeah, this is where I'll be posted up tonight. In there we have some tables set up for dinner. Guests can come and have a nice little dinner. There'll be like beer downstairs in the little bar area. This used to be a tavern and an inn, which is really cool. All right, when you arrive, you're greeted with this cute little walkway, party tent. I've snuck away because people are here, people are coming through, I'm giving tours, and I got some beer. The sun has come out, you guys. It's been like 4 or 5 days. It's really been affecting me at these gloomy, rainy days. I don't know how people in climates that have to deal with this all the time manage, but I definitely had some dark days, but I'm feeling a lot better. I'm actually pretty tired from the event last night and slept in, and I'm going into work later than I would have liked to, but it's just been that kind of week. It's been an off week, and it's going to continue being kind of off with the weekend, but I still want to make time for reading because my goal is to finish this book by the end of this week. Today is Thursday. I have, I don't know, 200 so pages left. So I was thinking about how I only have certain pockets of time left in this week to read because George and I have a pretty busy weekend. So I've kind of strategized pockets of time in between all of the chaos to do some reading, and it starts tonight. So I think when I get home from work, I'm gonna do a cozy evening reading session, and then I need to do some packing as well because I want to pack some stuff this week for moving, but again, we're very busy. We have a lot of stuff going on, so I have to strategize with my time. So I'm off to work, and I'll see you guys tonight. friends. It is Friday, TGIF, hello, weekend. I Man, I had a very nice, much needed morning out back reading in the yard because it has been so rainy and gloomy and dark. I think that on most of the East Coast has dealt with the remnants of Hurricane Ian. And if you or anyone you know has been affected by the hurricane directly or indirectly, my heart goes out to you and your family. We just get rain here in Pennsylvania when there are storms like that. It really got to me. Like the fact that it was like literally 4 or 5 days of like no sunshine and like just straight raining. I'm not used to it because we have rain, like we have season, we have weather, but it always switches and fluctuates. So it'll rain one day and then it'll be sunny and nice the next day. And I've been trying to just figure out why it was having such an impact on my mood, and talking to friends and talking to my friend Amanda kind of helped me come to some sense of understanding that I think like this is not normal, or at least all the rain consecutively every day is not normal, at least to me. And I think so soon in the season, like the first week of October, I was expecting it to be still warm and sunny and like slowly getting colder into the like autumn vibes, and it wasn't that. It was such a jarring transition. There was like no like gradual ease into it. It was just like really nice, and then October came and it was just bam, rain for like a week. I think that's what really got to me, and my mental health was not the best. I really struggled with just being motivated to show up for anything, work, creative projects, just reading, existing. It was just really hard. So I'm happy to report I'm coming out of that little episode feeling a lot better, and wanted to go outside this morning to take care of myself because mental health, self-care, very important. So with that said, I've made significant progress on Shadow of Night. I have read to page 432. That is where my leaf bookmark is at the moment. And I think that means I have like 130 pages-ish, 140-ish pages left, which is incredible. I mean, I don't read books longer than 400 pages usually, and when I do, it's definitely a journey to get through. I started this book at the beginning of September, and there was definitely like a 2-week period where I wasn't reading this, and I was reading like some quicker, fast-paced books because I've been trying to catch up on my annual reading goal, which is 45 books for the year, and I'm like 5 or 6 books behind. So I have to bump up my game this season and this month in particular. So I have to double down on my reading plans and strategies, and this week has just been pure chaos with my routine and work and schedule, and just not normal. Like Wednesday was such a weird day. Like it was great to help out at the Historical Society and help with the event, but I was there from like 1:30 to like 8:30, which is not my normal schedule. My normal schedule is like 9 to 5, and then I come home and have dinner and chill. It got me really out of sorts, more than I think I would have liked, and I was definitely really tired yesterday, lack of sleep, and today I just wanted to sleep in, have a nice little morning, do some reading, and now I'm just working on some work emails that I need to answer before I can check out for the weekend. I think I'm just gonna continue typing away at little emails, and that'll be kind of the rest of the day. George and I are going to a concert tonight in the city, which will be super fun. We're going to see Stereolab, which George loves that band so much, so I'm really excited to go and get away and do some fun things and try and get some reading done before then. Probably not. And then tomorrow my parents are coming to visit, so my mom and I are kind of hanging out pretty much all day, and then we'll do dinner in the evening, and I don't know if I'll have any time to read. I think the most time I'll be able to read is in the evening time, because I do want to continue the pace I'm going and finish this Sunday night. And then Sunday, George and I are again doing, we're again doing more things. We're going to a soccer game for the Philadelphia Union. That's in the afternoon at like 2:30. So the weekend is pretty packed. I don't know if that's been also why I've been just feeling out of sorts, knowing that it's going to be a busy weekend. And I haven't had any time, I haven't made any time to pack this week, because that was like a priority. I wanted to carve out blocks of time to continue packing so I don't get behind on that. And I wanted to do that last night, but I was just so tired from getting home from work that I decided to just have a cozy night and read a few chapters of the book. And that was kind of all I had capacity for. So I don't know, maybe I'll have time to do some packing tomorrow, but I don't know. There's just so many things I want to do, which means I have to really set boundaries, which is hard, so hard. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to continue working and check in with you guys much later. I picked up my copy of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I'm very excited. All right, we are off to the soccer game. I have my garb on, my scarf, my shirt, and comfy shoes. And I was able to read a chapter this morning, and I read a few chapters yesterday before my parents came. So I am just a few pages shy of the 500 page mark, which means we're at the tail end, guys. It's picking up, and I'm excited to see how it ends, but I'm gonna have to wait until I get home from the game tonight, and we can try and finish it tonight. I think I should be able to, depending what time we get home and how I'm feeling. So off to the soccer game. We finally finished it, guys. We finally finished it. 5 out of 5 stars. I am not even going to try and pick out things that were wrong with this book because I don't have the capacity for it. And I'm just biased because I just love this book. I love this series. And I will just say this one was definitely for the history lovers. I know book 1, like, was a great introduction for all of my history lovers, but this one just goes really in depth with the setting and the plot and the characters, that if you love history and appreciate history, this one is for you. And like any kind of series, the first book is always setting you up for the plot and introducing you to the characters, and you have to kind of get into the story, and then once you move along into the next books of the series or trilogy, that's when you really get thrown into the story. And this definitely delivered on throwing me into the story. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This book was definitely a lot more action-packed and fast-paced compared to the first book, again, where we were just introduced to a lot of things and we got to really pass all of that in book 2 and really get into the story. And I appreciate Deborah Harkness for, one, being a writer and author, but two, she's also a historian, and she took careful, at least for me as a student of history and an archivist, I appreciate the time she took to tend to the characters, and especially the historical characters, because there's a lot of characters in this book that are of real life, real people that have lived and done things in time. And we even have a little list at the back of the book, the people of the book, and she denotes with a little asterisk who are like actual real people and what they're kind of known for. So that's really fun too, if you ever want to like go through the characters and kind of do your own little research and essentially fact check her, because clearly I am not an expert in all of the people in this book. So I was reading this more obviously with a reader eye, not a historian eye, so I wasn't out to pick things and pick things apart. I was just kind of here for the story and the witchiness and the magic and all of that, and it definitely delivered. I will say I'm not urgently eager to read the third book, the Book of Life, but I definitely want to read that next. I think book 1 had more of a like urgency at the end for me to kind of like pick up book 2, because I literally had already purchased book 2 and was like, yep, I need to know what happens next. With this one, there's definitely a cliffhanger of sorts where it's like, oh, let's figure out what happens next, but it's not like I'm dying to know. And that might just be a personal thing for me, because I spent over a month reading this book and I already have an overflowing October TBR and other books that I need to start reading. But 5 out of 5 stars, highly recommend if you like the same books that I like and kind of trust my insight and reviews. But probably one of the top books I've read so far this year, so we will leave it at that. Thank you, friends, for coming along for this week and reading extravaganza. There are more reading vlogs and autumnal vlogs to come. So with that said, I will see you in the next one.